Talent is overrated. I don't like that word. I find it somewhat repulsive. From the moment I touched the keys, took up lessons, and pretty much ran the goddamn gauntlet, I never once considered myself talented. On December 20th, 1992, 4 p.m., I was born at a town in North Fitzroy. My Vietnamese name, Go, was given to me and it meant big and round. My parents have one other sibling, my sister, who is 5 years older than me. We bounced from place to place. Whilst I spent my infancy at North Fitzroy, I spent the later part of my childhood in a quiet suburban area called Thomastown. It was quiet, but surprisingly full of life. It was here that something started. In 1995, my parents, with the help of my extended family members, bought a new piano. I actually hadn't known at the time it was a piano. I thought it was elaborate decor. But it wasn't until weeks later that I saw my sister sitting on the chair behind the piano and started playing. My first reaction was one of immediate awe, of, "Oh, that looks cool," kind of reaction. So, at the age of 7, I followed suit. I took up lessons, and that became me and my sister's thing for a while. We had our beginnings at the JAC Music School down at Epping. My parents weren't earning much at that time and they thought that they needed to test the waters for a bit to see whether or not we have what it takes. After our first concert, I decided to take it further. Thus began my entry into strict classical music education. I won't say that I hadn't enjoyed it. There was something in it when I came back to Vietnam in 2003 and underwent my studies at the Vietnam Academy of Music. I had the rather interesting privilege to learn Western classical music from industry standard pianists. I also had the privilege to learn folk music from my home country. In 2009, I returned to Australia. When I returned, a lot of things were different. Communication was hard, but that hadn't stopped me from trying to make friends. My only solace was my music. I spent the majority of my VCE behind the grand piano that they have in the band room. After VCE, I fell into a slump. I hadn't known what to do with my music. It wasn't until that I saw something interesting, an interesting looking DVD on my bedside table, given to me from my father. He thought that I might still enjoy cartoons. Well, the cartoon had rejuvenated my passion. The moment that I heard the music for the opening scene, I really thought I want to learn how to write music like that. I decided that I no longer wanted to just play music, I wanted to write music, just like Joe Hisashi. It was only until late last year that a voice started calling me back into the light. It beckoned me to resume once again. I had. And so I enrolled at Melbourne Polytechnic, and for the past 8 months, I have loved every moment of it. It's hard, really hard, but I'm enjoying it. Now that I have found my place among like-minded people, I must say that it's been one hell of a trip so far. Hopefully it works out. Here's to the next 2 years.